The Body Shop connects you with the hottest fitness models in the world. Learn the backstage secrets that most successful bikini divas, fitness models, and bodybuilders use to dominate their competition and land on the covers of magazines. Only here at the Body Shop will we allow you to listen and talk to the best of the best in fitness competition. If you're passionate about bodybuilding and fitness, you have found your new home. All of us here at FTNS Radio would like to welcome you to the Body Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your host, Andre Brick St. Clair.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of The Body Shop. Thank you for allowing FTNS and myself into your airways. As always, my in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Cannone.
Andre.
Big B.
What's up, man?
Oh, man, you tell me, man.
You look like you're still coming from work.
You know, that's what I do. You know, I'm I got to be the hardest working man in radio right now. You know what I mean?
And you were just in the radio show.
That's right, hardcore fitness. That's right. Finally, a show geared towards powerlifters and strongman. You know, big ups to super producer Irma for putting them on. You know. All right, now B.
Yep.
Let's get away from the strongman thing for a little bit, and let's talk about fitness.
Okay.
And what it is that we do here at FTNS on the Body Shop is we're trying to teach athletes, like a good friend of mine, Tawny Correa. Okay, we're trying to teach somebody like Tawny. We're trying to teach people like Dave Fitz.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, just how to go about marketing themselves.
Right.
Okay, and marketing yourselves, develop your own brand. Okay, develop a following.
Right.
Make money at this while you still have the body to do so. And I know our caller that I have on the line is a professional at this. You seem stunned.
Well, you know, you definitely, you know, we're talking about fitness. We're talking about, you know, the Body Shop and what we're doing here and trying to teach people, you know, marketing. A lot of people they want to be in the magazine, and that's basically all they want to do. And you know, they have a Facebook page. They put up all their pictures, and we talked about that type of stuff too. So, you know, yeah, a lot of people don't understand how to take the whole thing and really put it in a bigger perspective. So, you know, aspects of competing in shows and getting in shape and what that is for everybody. And you know, some people absolutely want to take it to the next level. We also talked to somebody like Dave Kimberly, who's really good, and he can market himself like a champ. He could be on, you know, how many fitness covers he was on and how many endorsements he had at the same time. So he's a very marketable person, but also realized, hey, listen, you know, I need to get involved in these contests because I want to put this pro name before mine because it's going to help me do something else. It's going to help me then go and he wanted a supplemental endorsement contract, and he felt that was holding him back. And as soon as he got the pro attached to his name, he went and got that. You know, so what I am interested is in this guy, friend of mine, Vince Del Monte. Vince, are you there?
Yeah, hey, Brian, what's up, guys?
Hey.
You know, Vince, what's up, baby? How you doing, man?
This is great, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm pumped here.
Oh, man, my pleasure, my pleasure.
You know, Vince, yeah, he's absolutely does fantastic online marketing. So we want to ask you, Vince, like, you decided to compete again, and it's been a while. So what has made you have this desire to get back on stage?
I'm a competitor. You know, I guess I got the competition bug, and you know how it is when you go to a show. You're like, oh man. You know, I had a couple. Man, there's so many different reasons, but haven't been on stage for 2 years, and I don't believe in competing unless I'm going to look different. To me, to get up on stage and look the same as my last show is kind of like running a 5K in the same time. And, you know, if I'm not going to set a personal best, I don't see the point of getting up on stage. So, you know, last year I got married, and, you know, I just set some new goals for myself. In the winter, I wanted to see how big I could get, and I bulked up from 214 to 227. And then, you know, I've always wanted to add the pro fitness model status to my name, just as a personal goal, and that was something on my to-do list. So I was looking at the calendar in 2011, and you know, Brian, you told me about your show, and I thought it'd be a great way to kick off the year. And you know, another thing too, I wanted to create an entire product out of this entire preparation for the show. I started up at 227, and I knew I would slash at least 30 pounds of body fat. So in the process of preparing for your show, I'm creating a DVD called Stage Shredded Status, and it's just basically my prep. So I'm, you know, getting up on stage, and I've never been on the cover of a magazine either. I've been doing this for 8 years, and it's never really been one of my goals. But, you know, again, just taking it one day at a time. But, you know, I won't lie to you. I would love to, you know, at least once in my lifetime land on a cover and just be able to add that to my resume too. So more just for the personal lifetime achievement of saying I did it.
Well, you know something about, like, a guy like you, like Vince, I've been following you online for a while because, you know, I've been, you know, really actively, you know, as a promoter, somebody who goes and tries to find people, you know, find talented people to compete. But what I really could appreciate for what you do is the fact that you're so successful online, like guys like yourself and Lee Hayward, and there's a lot of fitness models, bodybuilders who are doing some great things online. And it's nice that they're able to now tie in to a show because, you know, I'm also somebody who's trying to do the same thing. It's like a guy that runs a show but also says, hey, listen, you know, there's some great e-books, and these guys are really good authors. They're writing a lot of good information. And it's absolutely something that we try to talk about on the show because a lot of competitors, they're competing, but they just don't feel like they're getting enough reward for what they're achieving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, for me, the first time I competed, the whole thing was for one goal, to get a good set of before and after pictures. And I knew that, you know, to stand out in the fitness industry, you need to be an authority figure. You need to get published. You need to have a good set of before and after pictures. You need to look the part. And, you know, I live and breathe this lifestyle. And, you know, a lot of people teach in different ways. There's a lot of science-based guys online, and they kind of teach to the mind. You know, there's other guys that teach to the hands. Sorry, I should say to the head, to the hands. I teach to the heart, and you know, I get guys fired up, and you know, I really help people believe in themselves. I find that when people believe in themselves, they can follow the program. You know, there's a million programs out there that work. Mine's pretty good, but I mean, the fact is that virtually any program will work if you follow it. And for me, to get up on stage, it's to inspire my fans, inspire the people, just to show them that, you know, it's all about living large. I truly believe that, you know, the gym is kind of like a metaphor for life. And if you can live large inside the gym, you can live large outside of the gym too. So, you know, that's one of the other reasons I get fulfillment from getting up on stage, because I know I inspire a lot of guys to raise the bar in their own life and to set bigger goals and, you know, set deadlines for themselves and to risk, you know, go out there and say, hey, I'm going up on stage. There's a lot of risk involved there. And, you know, if you can do it in the gym and you can do it with your body, you can do it in your career and your relationships and all that. So those are a lot of the reasons you know, I get really fired up to do the shows. And, again, it all comes back to wanting to look better than my last show. So,
well, it's definitely something that's really, you know, inspiring to people. It's like, you know, if there's a great, you know, boxer or a great athlete that doesn't compete anymore, it's hard for that following to really get really hyped up and excited that somebody's going to go out and do something important, you know, that they're putting a lot of effort into. You know, you want to know that somebody you're rooting for. You know, you want to root for somebody, whether it's a sports team or a figure or somebody. You want to be excited for something that's going to happen. So it's really good.
Well, that's definitely true. Now, Vince, you said that initially when you thought about competing, you just wanted a great set of before and after pictures, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. But at what point did you realize, you know what, I can help somebody? And not just that, but I can turn this into a living. Like, when did that actually set into your mind?
Okay, so just to quickly back up for the people who don't know my story, I'll give you the quick version. I used to be a long-distance runner. I used to be formerly known as Skinny Vinny. I was 149 pounds. I was weak and scrawny. And I went all through university being weak and scrawny. And I always wanted everything that muscle gave you. I used to live with my roommates all happened to be jacked. And actually one of them is WBFF Fitness Model Champion, and I was surrounded by muscle all through university. So I got into the fitness industry, and I wanted to, help people with their physical journeys, and I knew the first thing I needed to do was transform my own body, and that's when I went from 149 pounds to 190 pounds. That was when I was 22 years of age. So I knew I wanted to help people after I transformed my own body and I saw everything that came along with it. And that was back to what I was saying. I discovered that, the gym is a metaphor for life. And if I could live large in the gym, I could probably live large in other areas of my life. And, the muscle really transformed me. And I truly saw it as something that went beyond just serving myself. It wasn't just about looking good and feeling confident. It was about inspiring the people around me, my friends, my family members, just about anybody, even just the guy beside me in the gym doing leg press who was kind of lagging and seeing me train hard. I realized that I could inspire people, and that's when I realized that I could basically use my own personal transformation, because my transformation was very different than what most guys are exposed to when it comes to muscle building. I did it working out only 4 hours a week. I did it 100% drug-free, and I wasn't using any bogus supplements when I did that back when I was 22. So I had a very unique transformation. I wasn't, following the magazines. I wasn't following all the info you read on the forums, and wasn't training 2 hours a day. So I realized that I was exposed to some really unique methods of how to build muscle, and I learned all these methods actually from a guy in my church. He was a former bodybuilding champion, 100% drug-free, and he basically told me how to transform my body. I did everything he told me to do, and then I discovered that the methods I used to transform my body were unique, and I was working as a personal trainer at the time, and I started finding out that people were creating fitness information products on the internet, like e-books and DVDs and CDs, and there's a couple of guys in particular that I heard were doing really, really well, and I was just fascinated with the concept of being able to help people beyond my gym, because I was working 70 hours a week as a trainer. I was fascinated with the idea of working from a computer from anywhere I wanted in the world, and I was fascinated with the whole concept of not having an alarm clock. So I started looking into this internet thing, and I decided to basically create a fitness information product for skinny guys on how to build muscle, and I created DVDs and CDs and meal plans and a book, and I made that available on the internet through my website. And then I just basically became a student of how to market my stuff on the internet, and over the last couple of years it's grown and grown and grown, and Brian knows how big it's grown, and now I have a second home in Florida with my wife, and we're able to travel around, and I've been able to help over 30,000 skinny guys in the past I guess 3 or 4 years, and it's I've just been able to help more and more guys because of this cool tool called the internet that hasn't even hit puberty yet. That's about the internet. The internet, isn't even 15 years old, so it's pretty amazing. There's no gatekeepers on the internet telling you what you can and can't do. So I've just been growing this thing bigger and bigger, and just trying to help more and more people. That's really what it comes down to. The more people you help, the more successful you'll become. So it's never been about me, and I think that's what I figured out early on. I find a lot of people get caught up in look at me, look how good I look, but people don't care. People honestly don't care how ripped your abs are. That's just one piece of the puzzle. If you've got good abs, that's saying, hey, look, I've got something, I know what I'm talking about, but then you need to solve people's problems. So I've been able to help skinny guys build muscle without drugs, without bogus supplements, and without spending hours in the gym. And, I'm living proof, and I think I've done a really good job of just, stimulating people's hearts. I'm not really a science or a head guy. I stimulate people's hearts. I get people to believe in themselves, and when they buy into the fact that they can do it, people can run with anything they really want to do. So that's kind of what I've been able to accomplish.
Some of those pictures you had from your before pictures are crazy skinny, the one where you have your the Canadian outfit on, he's running. Audrey, you haven't seen it yet. You got to check that picture out.
Skinny Vinny.
They call me Skinny Vinny for nothing. It was like, that's the thing, man. Everything about my story is 100% true. It's, you know, there's nothing made up. That was, man, you know, and I haven't even told all the stories about me in high school and, you know, all the nicknames and everything that comes along with being skinny. But yeah, I had a real problem, and I truly believe that muscle was the solution to my problem, and it was the first step. And when I transformed my physical body, I mean, that was just, you know, next thing I transformed was, you know, other areas of my life. So it's a great place for guys to start. The physical body is such a great place for guys to start, because I'm just going to keep coming back to that, but it's a metaphor for life, you know.
You know, I'm looking at your new picture you put up, and how many comments you're getting on it, and how many people like it. And there's 178 people like your new picture here, your progress pic, and 92 comments. It's pretty good. Is this the best shape you've been in?
A couple people have told me yes. Yeah, it's definitely the leanest I've been, and my wife and I moved down to Florida in January, and we're training at a powerhouse gym here, and you know, it's been an incredible environment. There's a lot of athletes who work out there. I mean, just the other day I was working, A-Rod was training to the right of me, Cameron Diaz was to the left of me, Miss Olympia was in there at the same time. There's a lot of high profile, a lot of athletes who work out in this gym. So, you know, it's a great environment to work out in there. Trainers have been really supportive. We've made some really good friends, and yeah, I brought a coach on this time too. And you know, there's a lot of things I'm going to be saying throughout this call that are a lot of lessons to people. I've been doing this since I was 22, so that's almost 10 years. And this is the first show you know, and you guys got to put this in perspective. I'm an author. I'm also a trainer. I've written multiple books, created multiple DVDs, but I never hired my own coach. So I was always intrigued to see what would happen if I put my faith in you know, somebody else and had them guide me along. So hired a pro bodybuilder back in November, and he helped me bulk up and introduced me to a lot of new things that I hadn't tried before, and you know, worked together side by side, week by week, and I think that made a huge difference too, putting my trust in somebody else and just doing what I was told to do instead of like trying to figure things out on my own. That removed a lot of stress. So yeah, I think definitely think I'm going to achieve my goal of looking better than I did in my last show. So you know, I'm trying to. One of the mindsets, one of the things I have coming into the show is I'm not even really thinking about the show. I'm not thinking about the photo shoots. I'm not thinking about you know, the final outcome. I'm just really focusing on one day at a time, and that's what my coach emphasized to me early on. He basically said, you know...
Wait a minute, Vinny. Don't give it all away, baby. Don't give it all away. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want you to tell us exactly what it is that your coach told you, I apologize. And I want to know how you're starting to train differently for the show. And also, can your program work for women? And I have a special guest that will be joining us on The Body Shop right after these words.
Thank you for breaking new ground with FTNS, world's first fitness radio. FTNS Radio reaches out to over 70 million online radio listeners in North America who can log in via the web at ftns.co from any computer, mobile device, or download the free FTNS iPhone app. FTNS Radio will include a wide range of shows such as strength training, bodybuilding and figure, nutrition, motivation, family, youth, elderly fitness, wellness, lifestyle fitness, interviews with professionals and enthusiasts, and much more. Programming will contain a mixture of live studio shows, but encourage listeners to call 650-ASK-FTNS or tweet in. Shows hosted over the phone, as well as remote recorded shows where our hosts travel to the story. FTNS Radio is the missing link to help make fitness personal and create a stronger community. FTNS helps listeners to focus, train, nourish, sustain, and foster the fitness community. Follow FTNS on Facebook.com/GoFTNS. Stay tuned for more exciting new shows as we build the fitness community brick by brick. Tune in at 10 a.m. Eastern for Fit You. Your hosts, John and Kelly, will discuss fitness, nutrition, and a lifestyle that will fit you. At noon Eastern, it's time for Jumpstart. Chad and Kat will help you sort through all the fitness myths with the experts in a high-energy format that will definitely pump you up. Listen in to Your Health is Your Wealth with Dr. Cindy at 1 p.m. Eastern. Naturopathic Dr. Cindy Anderson will help you understand your body from a holistic approach. At 3 p.m. Eastern Time, listen to The Nutrition Scoop with nutritionist Jerry Zatkoff. She will cover the latest and ever-changing nutrition information. The Body Shop at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's no accident. Hosts Andre Bricks, St. Clair, and Brian Cannone share with you the reality of the bodybuilding and fitness modeling industry as they follow challengers through the Fitness Atlantic competition. This is FTNS. Need FTNS on the go? There's an app for that. Download the FTNS app for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch now. FTNS, world's first fitness radio, will keep you moving.
Yes. Welcome back to the Body Shop. I am your host, Andre Bricks St. Clair. My in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Cannone. And on the line, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Vince Del Monte. And now, before the break, we just found out that Vince is a newlywed, so congratulations to that, Vince.
Thanks, Andre.
You know, and now, how exactly is married life treating you?
Oh, it's amazing, man. Married life is incredible, and I'm just, obviously the secret to married life is to marry the right person. So
it's obvious that she's sitting right next to you. So you know what? That's cool. You know what? I'm gonna slide off that question right there. All right. And now, before the break, you actually told us that although you are an author, and that you just now enlisted the help of a coach, and how different was that for you from doing it yourself and watching your own transformation to, being able to make a lot of money, selling what you believe worked for you, to now having to, basically submit to the will of someone else?
Mm-hmm. Well, the first thing is when you bring on a coach, it really becomes customized. Whenever, if you're looking for the best results, you need something that's personalized to you. And the thing with fitness is that there's 50 different ways to do everything, and there's no way that's right or wrong. You just need to figure out what's right for you. So I truly don't believe, there's certain methods that are maybe more effective, and you could debate about those all day long, but I personally don't have time to debate, and I have no interest in debating. So my formula for success is very simple. I figure out what my result wants to be, and then I take action on it, and then I assess the result at the end of the week. I analyze it, and I tweak it until I get the result that I want. So, the first thing in working with a coach was that we assessed my physique, and he identified things on my body. Back in December, he found that my lower lats needed more work, my hamstrings needed more work, wanted to bring out my upper chest, lower abs. So, he identified things on my body that my eyes couldn't see. And we created a program around my weak body parts. So we trained a higher frequency on some of my lagging body parts. I sent him pictures every week. So, he would tell me to start doing more side lateral raises because my side delts weren't coming out optimally. So it just, it became very personalized, and when you have somebody being able to look at what's happening from week to week, then you're able to make small changes, and you're able to measure them, and that's been the biggest benefit.
Nice. Okay, so obviously having a second pair of eyes definitely seems to pay off big time for you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And obviously making the investment. He wasn't cheap either, so, when you make that kind of investment, you've kind of got something at stake, and his communication style is a lot different than mine. I guess you could say I like to be kind of handheld, kind of babied, and I'll share you a funny story. not so much a story, but I remember one time I had a question on my carb intake because my carbs are at meal 2, 4, and 5, and I wanted to know if that would be the same on my non-training days because that means I'd be eating my carbs later on in the day. So I just sent him a quick email, and he wrote back, what did he say? Did I say otherwise?
Customer service.
That's the kind of feedback I get. It's like, don't question me.
Right, right.
So he's really forced me just to like trust the program. I remember one time he asked me, what's your protein intake, and I said 6 to 8 ounces, and he texts back, which is it?
Wow.
And he's like, get a food scale if you're serious about this. It's like, no, like he doesn't have time to waste on, like you're going to do it right or you're not going to do it at all. So it's forced me to dial in a lot of details. So when he asked me, what's your diet been this week, it's not like Monday, Wednesday, Friday are these meals. It's identical. Everything is measured, and I'm a big believer in what's measured can be managed.
Right.
That's the famous saying by Peter Drucker. So if you're not measuring things, if you're not tracking things, then you can really. You're just guessing at the end of the week. That's what happens. So we're eliminating all the guesswork.
Right, right.
So, yeah.
Now, Vince, as we're talking about dedication, transformation, being serious about, health and fitness and competing, I have a friend. I just walked into the studio, putting on the headphones right now, and, I want her to sit in on this interview, ask some questions. Maybe you guys can banter back and forth. She can learn from you, so on and so forth. And I would just like to welcome to the Body Shop live, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Miss Tawny Correa.
Hello, everyone.
Tawny, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right. Now, I'm not sure if you, what's up, buddy? What up?
Well, Vince, Tawny's this is her first show, and Tawny.
Get it right. Get it right.
Get it right.
She's been doing very well in promoting herself right up to the show. I mean, just then getting people excited to come see her. She's created flyers. She did a workout video that was actually very well done, the first one you did. And then she just did a second video, actually a friend did for her, and put a good luck. How many people were on that? 50?
I believe, I think it was close to 40.
40 people that sent videos in to her friend to wish her well. In the video, you have to watch it on her page. It's pretty amazing to have that many people submit a video of themselves wishing her well into the show, and then her friend edited the whole thing, and she didn't know anything about it.
No, I had no idea.
Awesome.
First,
it's really good.
First I cried, and then I just couldn't stop smiling. It was, and you guys did it too, so I appreciate that.
Just really good in getting the word out there, and just, any advice you'd give her on going forward with this from the show, no matter how she does, and what to do going forward.
The main thing is you need to decide who you want to help specifically.
Right.
I find a big mistake with a lot of, it's not a mistake. I think fitness professionals, we want to help everybody. And you have to understand, when you try and help everybody, you help nobody. So my entire focus ever since I came online, and even as I was a trainer, was I specifically wanted to work with skinny guys. I had no interest in working with, again, don't take offense to any of this stuff. I had no interest in working with females. I had no interest in working with moms or really overweight people. I specifically wanted to work with skinny guys.
All right.
That's it. And once I became the specialist in helping skinny guys build muscle, my business grew fast. And I wasn't afraid to come out and say, this is who, that was where all my credibility was.
Okay.
So I think fitness professionals need to really get narrow, really get laser targeted and focused on who they specifically want to help. And, I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they said, I want to help athletes. I said, that's not specific enough. And we finally figured out that he wants to help high school female soccer players. And now everything becomes far more clear. So when he's on a video or writing an email or creating a website, it's completely designed around female high school soccer players. There's no so when that female high school soccer player lands on their website, they say, "Oh, look, I'm in the right spot." So I guess that's the main thing. You need to figure out who do you want to specialize in helping. And once you do that, a lot of things start becoming much more, you can communicate with your people a lot better because you can speak their language and they can connect with you in that.
Yeah. Well, I was driving here too, just coming. Lamando called me. He was on another show the other day. He's going to be another competitor in the show. And he said, something about, he goes, B, he goes, you're the guy that told me, don't worry about putting pro in front of your name. Just think about, what he said. In a way, it was the same thing. I told, Lamando, it's about you being a fitness professional. Don't worry about being a pro. Yeah. Worry about being a professional expert at what you're doing. And, yeah.
Now, Vince, you touched on the fact that when you initially got started, you primarily wanted to work with just the skinny guys, okay? Just, you wanted to take Skinny Vinny and take it, to Skinny Michael, Skinny Omar, Skinny Brian, so on and so forth. But now that you've become kind of like the expert in your field, do you think that your program can be tailored towards women or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the principles remain the same. I actually, my opinion's kind of changed on this over the years, especially as I've, as I met Flavia and, she did follow my muscle building methods, but she actually trains a lot differently than I do now. And, this could be a call in itself, but I find it interesting that, a lot of females will say they want to slim down their legs, but they're doing the same exercises as the skinny guys in the gym who are trying to build their legs. And a female's physique is a lot different, and there are certain body parts that I feel that need to be emphasized more than others. I think for a big thing for a female is proportion, symmetry, and I find that their training styles should be differently. So I think, again, a lot of the principles in my program could work for a female, but they need to be kind of adapted based on how she responds.
Right.
You can't just say follow this program for 12 weeks. It's a week-by-week assessment. So you have to figure out where you're trying to go, analyze your results every week, and if you're not on track to where you want to go, you got to tweak it until you are on track. So I think a lot of the principles remain the same, but I do feel females should be training differently than males, and there's a lot of reasons for that.
I agree.
Not day and night differences, but I'm watching my wife right now train with a trainer at the gym who specializes in training a lot of females, and he trains them differently than his male clientele,
right.
And I'm glad he does because they all look great. And anyways, there's definitely a lot to be said about that.
Okay. Now, with the training differently that you would definitely recommend that females do differently than men, Tawny is one of the females that when she put out her video, okay, there's a very interesting series of exercises that she does, and one of them that I wanna find out from her, like, how did she come up with this concept, is she's doing walking lunges, holding the barbell
over her head,
directly overhead, and as you hear Vince say that women should train differently than men, okay, like, who gave you that exercise, or like, where did you come up with that?
I actually got that off of CrossFit.com.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was doing a lot of functional exercises as opposed to isolation exercises, so I came up with that. But one thing that I noticed is that it works your whole body, not just your legs and the rear, but it works your whole body, especially the oblique area, which if you saw my pictures, they're coming out.
So no more chichos?
No.
Is that what you're telling us?
Nuh-uh.
All right, now, Tawny, Tani. You know what?
We'll get it right.
I'm not going to be corrected right here on the Body Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, Brick says the name the way he sees fit. I'm just kidding.
Call
I'm just
me T.
kidding.
T is good.
No, I will never call you T. I got 19 T's. I got a B. I got an E. At the end of the day, you're Tawny. You're Tani. You're on the Body Shop. That's what it is.
Okay.
All right. Now, as Vince mentioned, that a lot of ladies that want to build their legs are watching guys who wants to lose their legs, or vice versa. Okay. You have a picture where you're talking about, you're putting away the puta shoes and so on and so forth, and you made a comment that you love how your body's getting slim, but your legs are staying thick. Now, why do you feel that's important to you?
Yeah. I like the athletic look, and even though I leaned out quite a bit, I'm sure Brian noticed because he's seen me like the last month, and to me, I'm glad that I'm leaning out because you can see the definition better, but I don't like to look skinny, and the thickness that I talk about is on my legs. The muscles are out, and even though I'm getting leaner, the muscle's still there.
Gotcha. Okay, now speaking of being skinny, I'm going to bring it back to Vinny.
Skinny Vinny.
There you go. All right, so now, Vince.
Yes.
Okay. This is a three-part question, and I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. What do you actually prefer to be called? Do you want to be called Vinny, you want to be called Vince, or Vincent?
Vinny's fine.
Okay, Vinny. There we go. So from now on, it's Vinny, no more Vince. All right, got that. Now, as the competition is approaching, April 16th, we're only a few days out, okay? Why was it that you decided not to do bodybuilding, but to actually get into the fitness part of it?
It's a good question. I've always been, to be honest, I don't have the mass. I really like the male fitness model, the male muscle model physique. I find it's more sustainable for me. It's actually a physique that I could probably handle.
Right.
I've got a few body parts that I've got some decent mass on, but I really am still. I wouldn't say I'm an ectomorph anymore. I'd say my body type's closer to a mesomorph now. But yeah, for me to get up on stage and compete in the bodybuilding category, I think it would be, it's just not. I'm just not interested in it, to be honest. I think that's my answer. It's just like, why don't you powerlift? I just don't like it. I've never really had an appeal for the poses. I'm a fitness model guy, I'm Italian. I look more appeal. That whole thing, I'm just more comfortable having the abs in proportion, and
right.
So yeah, I guess it's just a personal preference.
Okay. So now, what are you looking to actually gain or get out of competing with Fitness Atlantic, and then hopefully making that transition over to the WBFF?
That's a good question. Well, I have no problem stating my goals out loud. It's part of the reason I've been successful ever since the start. I'm not. I think the thing for me is to get up on stage and not to have any regrets. I want to know that I maximize every single day. My coach has really got me into a mindset where we're just taking one meal at a time. That's been my motto for this show: one meal at a time. So. It's just totally been about making today the best day possible. So I'm not even thinking about my morning cardio tomorrow. I'm just thinking about my 10 p.m. egg white meal with 2 cups of veggies at 10:30 tonight. That's all I'm thinking about right now, getting that next meal in me. So, I would love to, my goal would be to get my pro card and to compete with the top fitness models later this year in August. I got a lot of friends who are pro fitness models. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I would love to, the great thing about fitness is, when you get a good set of pictures, let's be honest, you can use them for life. Magazines are still using Arnold's pictures from the 70s.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, who knows? What if I get arthritis one day? I can't get in this kind of shape again. So I won't lie. You get a good set of pictures, you can use them for life. And I believe in keeping your fitness up, obviously. But, yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, Tawny,
Yes.
same question, and
It's a good thing. I wanted to ask Tony your
Yeah.
goals.
same question. Like, what are you looking to get out of competing with FitnessAtlantic.com on April 16th, and hopefully making that transition over to the WBFF? Like, what are you looking for?
Well, honestly, in the beginning, it was more of a networking thing. And as I'm progressing and I'm looking in the mirror and I see the changes, then I'm loving it. To me now, it's like I want to place high,
Right.
you know, and
Well, you want to do more than just place high. Come on now.
I want to win.
There you go. There you go.
I do. I want to win.
There you
know.
go. Because Vinny just said he has no problem
Right.
stating his goals out loud, and I want you to
Right.
be the same way.
Yeah.
So I want you to have no problem stating your goals out loud, and your goals are:
I want to win.
you want to win,
I want to win.
you want to dominate.
I want to dominate.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, yes. But it's amazing to me how my mindset just changed, like in a couple months. You
Okay.
know, it's like I really want to network. I want to meet people, and
Right.
now it's like I want to win. You know, I want the crown. I want
Gotcha.
it. You know.
All right. Now, Vinny, question for you: when did you first fall in love with fitness? I'll tell you what, you can answer that question as soon as we come back from break. Ladies and gentlemen, the Body Shop will be right back.
Need FTNS on the go? There's an app for that. Download the FTNS app for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch now. FTNS, world's first fitness radio, will keep you moving. FTNS is excited to announce 3 new shows. Weeknight 6 p.m. Boomers Rock. Get up, get out, keep rocking. Life starts at 50. Motivation and advice for the next 50 years of your life. Hosted by personal trainer Tom Batt. Tuesday 7 p.m. Rowing Illustrated. Hour of Power, where real rowers talk rowing. Hosted by champion rower Sean Wolf. Listen and learn about the world of rowing as Sean talks to the top competitors in the world. Wednesday, 7 p.m., Dr. Sid. Learn how to improve function and performance and avoid injuries just like the Olympians. As host Dr. Sid McCauley, chiropractor and sports rehabilitation specialist, shares his state-of-the-art techniques. Have a question or comment? Join the show. Call 650-ASK-FTNS. That's 650-225-3867. Need FTNS on the go? There's an app for that. Download the FTNS app for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch now. FTNS, world's first fitness radio, will keep you moving.
Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Body Shop. I am your host, Andre Brooks St. Clair. My in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Cannone. My call-in, Mr. Vince Del Monte. And my in-studio guest, Miss Tawny Correa. And this
You
time I
got it
said,
right.
yeah. See, I've been practicing, y'all. She told me she was gonna beat me up, so I had to make sure,
I have
do
new
my
muscle
thing.
now, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, y'all see those biceps? You see them? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are listening to the Body Shop live, I said, we're also live via webcam. So if you happen to be listening in on your iPhone or your Android, please get to a computer, type in ftns.co, click on the listen live button, see what I look like, see what B looks like, listen and look at the lovely Miss Correa. And also remember, our phone lines are open. They're busy right now, but they're open. 1-650-ASK-FTNS. Now, Vinny.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Come on now. I know you ain't skinny no more, man, but come on. You don't want to tussle with the bricks. All right. Okay. Yeah. You don't want to tussle with the bricks. Hey, listen, he mentioned he was Italian. I got to let him know on bricks, We all right there.
Hey, yo.
All right. Exactly. All right. So now the question before the break was, when did you first fall in love with fitness?
Back in high school. My father was a long-distance runner, and he went on a full scholarship to the States. He got both my brothers and I into competitive long-distance running as early as I can remember. I actually represented Canada. I went to the World Triathlon Championships when I was young. And, you know, I guess I just found my identity in running. Everybody finds their identity in something at a young age. Some people are really smart. Some people are in the cool club. You know, some people, you know, whatever, have come from money. I found my identity in my success with athletics, specifically in endurance sports. And I guess that's how I survived all the nicknames, you know. Even though I was being made fun of and stuff for being skinny, I was still, you know, people respected me for being a successful runner in that. So
Right.
I guess that's where I fell in love with it. I kind of found my identity in it, and I just love the satisfaction of, you know, endurance training is a grueling sport, and I mean, you challenge every piece of your body. So I guess that would be a starting point.
Okay. Tawny,
Yes.
when did you first fall in love with fitness?
For me, it was a long time ago. I was the girl who loved gym. Really, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah. In high school, I
Right.
was probably the only girl, especially at that time. That was what, late 80s.
Okay.
I'm dating myself now.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
We won't tell the world how old you are.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I do know. That's what I'm saying. We won't tell the world.
Yeah. So I was like the only girl working out, and to me, I loved it. I had my bench in my basement and my weights, and I had all that, and I just loved it. You know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Vinny. Vinny, are you still there with me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just got to make sure, you know. Got to make sure you're saying you didn't go out there, call a couple of your goombas, like, hey, listen, I need you to go up there, right up there to FTNS,
You
know.
did not say Goomba.
Hey, man, you know, that's what I know. You know what I mean? There you go, the paisanos, all of them, you know.
Got a lot of them.
Yeah, that's okay. I got some of them too, you know. You send them up this way. I'm not worried about it. Okay. All right. Now listen. When did you, or at what point did you realize, you know what, I should put a website together, and not only should I just flood it with, you know, written content, but I should actually put up a visual so people can see the results as well as read the results.
Well, you know, when I was 25 years old, I hired a mentor, and it was a $7,000 investment on a line of credit that I didn't have. So I took a big risk, and the first thing he said when we decided to make my website was, you know, what are you credible in? What are you passionate about? And we figured that, you know, I'm most credible in helping skinny guys build muscle. I'm most passionate about that. And then we also looked at, he said, what problem do people have on the internet that's in high supply, low need but high supply? Now, the muscle building market, a lot of people would say is saturated, but what I discovered, and again, I try to say this as nicely as possible, but it wasn't saturated with fitness information. It was saturated with a lot of crappy products and a lot of crappy info. So I saw an opportunity to help skinny guys build muscle, and I, you know, started off, you know, we created a website that was completely designed for, you know, if you looked at my website, I use a lot of techniques and, I guess, marketing methods that a lot of people would consider salesy, and even methods that people would probably not be uncomfortable associating themselves with. So if you go to my website back in the day, it looked like an infomercial. It was like a 3-page infomercial.
Right.
And, you know, that entire page was designed to get people to order my program, because I knew the only way I can truly help you is if you follow the program, and that was kind of the foundation of the business.
Got you. Okay, so as you're making your comeback, back to the stage, back to competition, okay, how has your training changed since your layoff, and what are you doing differently now?
Oh, well, I'm training a lot more frequently. You know, I kind of dropped the whole thing of, you know, I think I used to have this mentality. I was afraid of overtraining, and I think I was actually really undertrained, if anything. And I got over that fear, and I just started pushing my body more. You know, I truly understood the concept of building muscle, and to lean down and to create a stimulus and a new response, you need to give your body a reason to do that. So to be honest, I just started training a lot harder, a lot smarter, and had a program designed around my weaker body parts. So I hit, just give you guys an example, my lower back needed more work, so we hit that twice in the week, and shuffled some body parts around based on my strengths and weaknesses, and just stuck at it, and just try to focus on the whole concept of sparking my muscles into growth, stimulating my muscles, not annihilating my muscles.
Right.
So Lee Haney thing. So just pumping up my muscles, full contraction, really focusing on stimulating the muscle properly. I think a lot of guys just go into the gym and they train like weightlifters and they lift weights, but they don't train like bodybuilders and they don't actually focus on stimulating the muscle. So those were a couple keynotes.
Okay. Go ahead, Brian.
I'd like to make a few good points about what's going on and all the things that I've heard so far. Something that's really important about what Vinny's saying is that he's looking to have the best transformation in his physique this year, to get the best before and after photos, and to use this, to help other people too,
right.
And that's, as somebody who produces these shows, it's sometimes, and I can respect that Tony wants to win the whole thing, and I really appreciate that. But, what I don't like to hear is when people have that expectation and it doesn't come through, and then they get upset because it doesn't happen. So, some people, in their minds, they set themselves up a little bit to fail when they have that, when they're looking for that. But it's a great thing to try for. Competing and competition are a great thing. And trying to win, everybody, should want to win. That's going into the show. It's great, especially when there's a great reward of turning pro and competing, with the WBFF and having opportunity.
Definitely.
But a lot of the things I'm hearing and a lot of the things that I like to hear is that Vinny's creating opportunity regardless. Okay. He's creating this opportunity regardless of how he places in the show,
right?
Which is what I love, and that I hope that you hear some of that information and can think, for one, who is your market that likes you? Obviously you have fans and they're your friends, so that's awesome. Huge. To have that many people that are supporting you and what you're doing. But once it comes a time where you get involved in this and you're at your 20th show and you're still trying to win, are those people still rooting for you? It's great your first time, and it's how I got into it, really getting into it because so many people supported me, and like Vinny said, he found his identity. It was really something that I really enjoyed, was being part of that show and getting that support system. Very similar to yours now with videos and this great, but I mean you have such a good support system that it's really great, but some of the really good information that he says is just get the before and after pictures, get that progress report, find out as far as marketing yourself, not just being the person that's the winner with so many trophies, but how can you help people, and who is that target market that really needs your help.
I think my target market would be women, like 30 and over. I'm telling my age.
You're not telling your age.
But I think it's even more than that. Not just the exercise, not just the eating right, but also taking care of yourself on the outside and feeling good about yourself on the outside and the inside. I mean, all that comes into account.
Well, that's the one thing that Vince said too. It's like you work on your physical appearance, and everything else comes into play too.
Okay, so
is he back?
Is he back on the line? No, not yet. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, while we're working on getting Vinny back on the line, I have no idea why he hung up. Brian, you know what it is? Brian starts talking, he just hangs up the phone. Vinny, we don't like that, all right? You cannot hang up on my agent, Vinny. You hear me? Okay, you can tell the paisans, come see me. They want to tussle with the bricks because you want to hang up. Actually, I'm just kidding. Okay, now, Tony.
Yes.
When you're training, okay, and you're getting more and more focused as the competition is coming up, obviously there are a set of nerves that are starting to settle in, being that it's your first time, but do you often find yourself just zoning out and not even worrying about the competition?
Yes. At first, and I'll admit, I I registered really early.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told Brian this. I think I can't remember exactly when. It was either late December or early January. And I decided that after my birthday, which was on the 22nd of January, I would start training, like serious.
Okay.
And I was like a week into it, and I'm doing my lat pull downs, and I'm looking into the mirror, and honestly, I don't know if people were around me, but I think I spoke to myself or spoke into the mirror. I said,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? What are you doing? Can you do this? You know, and I was almost having an anxiety attack because I couldn't believe it. Like, oh my goodness, I registered.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
Right.
You know, and it took me a couple days to actually, you know, speak to people and my friends and everyone encouraging me. And I mean, some people don't know about this, you know, but the ones who know, they know who they are.
Right.
And they encouraged me, said, you can do this. This is what you want, and just do it. And I collected myself, and I, you know, and now, especially now, I've been working with Jason Groves.
Okay.
A coach for about 4 weeks, and I've noticed such a difference, like even in a week, you know, and I'm excited. You know,
Now,
I really am.
How important was it for you to have that support system? Because it almost sounds like you was ready to just give up because you was a bit overwhelmed.
I was.
So having that support system, how important was that for you?
That was very important. You know, I think that speaking to my friends, they helped me realize that that's what I wanted to do, and just continue, don't give up.
Right.
You know, so.
Okay. All right.
Guys, I'm back on.
Okay. Now, I believe that Vinny is back on the line. Is that correct, Vinny?
We found him.
Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. All right. Now, Vinny, now listen here, okay? If you ever hang up on the body shop, I don't care about paisans, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you. You want to know what's going to happen to you, Vinny?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
What's going to happen is I'm going to cut to a commercial break as the FCC is listening. Ladies and gentlemen, the body shop will be right back. Stay tuned.
You are listening to FTNS, world's first fitness radio. Online at ftns.co. Live the FTNS lifestyle. Follow the FTNS 4-step foundation of focus, train, nourish, sustain. A holistic approach to a balanced health of mind, body, and spirit. Focus. Envision your goal to get inspired. Train. Learn how to stay active and use proper techniques so you'll see results. Nourish. Proper nutrition and hydration are keys to staying healthy and energized. Sustain. The essential 3 R's to sustain your routine. Rest and relax to recover. Build a fitness lifestyle on the FTNS Foundation. Need FTNS on the go? There's an app for that. Download the FTNS app for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch now. FTNS, world's first fitness radio, will keep you moving.
Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Body Shop. I am your host, Andre Brooks St. Clair. My in-studio co-host is Mr. Brian Cannone. My telephone call-in, Mr. Vince Del Monte. And my in-studio guest, Ms. Tawny Correa. Now, there you go. Big round of applause, big round of applause. There you go. Now, before the break, me and Vinny, we had a little falling out. For some reason, Vinny want to hang up the minute he hears Brian's voice. I'm not understanding why. No. But Vinny, in all seriousness, okay? Competition time, right around the corner. Okay, what are you cutting out from your diet now?
Okay. They're all small changes, and everything has been done gradually. I think that's a key to note. So nothing's done drastically. One thing that I really understand is a thing I call the minimum effective dose. And a lot of people screw up their preparation for any goal by making drastic changes. And if you just create small changes, this is where patience comes in, by the way, then your body will lose fat. It's amazing. There's no such thing as stubborn body fat. There's no such thing as slow to lose body fat. It's just body fat. It just takes time. So understanding that, we just make small changes based on how my body's progressing. So I'll give you guys an example. With 2 weeks out, we substituted my carb sources that had gluten in them, like oatmeal and Ezekiel cereal, with sweet potatoes and quinoa. So
Okay.
little things like that. We substitute whole eggs for just egg whites. So there are very small changes, and
I'm doing that now
just
too.
gradually cut the calories, just without trying to go too low. So simple stuff.
Right.
No rocket science.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about rocket science, okay, from rocks you get nuts. With nuts, I want to know, Vinny, are you eating any brownies, man?
Brownie.
You know what? It's funny because one of my close friends is an author of a book that has done very, very well, and it's all based on cheating.
Right.
Every 6th or 7th day, and I like that. I don't call it a cheat day. I call it a treat day, actually, because I think you have to earn it.
I kind of like that.
When it's scheduled, it's much more enjoyable. So after the show, my wife and I have already decided that every Sunday, actually from 6 p.m. Saturday night to 6 p.m. Sunday night, we'll have our treat day, which will consist of us going to the movies, eating brownies, ice cream, pizza, whatever else we want. But
Nice.
we have to know is that everything on those other 6 days will be dialed into perfection. So,
Gotcha.
so that's, right now, my coach doesn't believe in cheat days, so I haven't done any carb manipulation. I haven't had any. It's been a pretty strict prep.
Right.
The results show, I think.
Okay. Now, Tony, same thing for you, okay? Because
We have a friend here.
yeah, actually, hey, Vinny,
Hey.
we got somebody else that used to be skinny. I got a chow or this. It's a 200-pound fur ball named Arusha. Yeah, it's like a 200-pound fur ball. I'm not sure if you're watching live, but that was her right there.
She's a blonde too.
Yeah,
Cheat days right there.
yeah, that was a cheat day right there. Okay, now Tony, same question. Like, what are you starting to cut out as the competition, is rapidly approaching?
I as well cut out oatmeal.
Okay.
I'm having no fruits at all.
Mm.
I think I started that about 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
No fruits, no dairy.
No dairy.
Yeah. And in place of that, I'm still continuing the sweet potato, the asparagus, the broccoli, the romaine lettuce.
Okay.
Yeah, all my carbs are coming from fruit, from vegetables.
Okay. So Vinny mentioned having a treat day. Okay. You still have a cheat day. Are you eating brownies?
No.
Come on, somebody's having brownies out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, well.
Uh-oh.
I have something similar to a brownie.
Okay, what's similar to a brownie?
Okay, well, that is the protein bars that I bought for you guys.
That's right.
I made for you guys.
Oh, you made it?
I made it.
Whose recipe is it?
It's Jamie Easton's recipe.
Okay, now, the first time I had you on the show, you didn't want to give it out.
I didn't, no.
Okay, give it out now.
Okay. You want the ingredients?
I want it all. Hey, Vinny, you know what, Vinny? If you like this, you and your wife, y'all could try this recipe too.
Okay.
I'll have these after the show for sure.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, where there's oat flour.
Okay.
There's vanilla whey protein powder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now Jamie doesn't use chocolate because she says it doesn't mix very well, so you use the vanilla.
Okay.
Baking soda.
Baking soda.
Salt.
Mm-hmm.
Baking cocoa.
Baking cocoa.
Yes, that's where the nice chocolate comes in. Egg whites.
Egg whites.
You can use Splenda, but I prefer to use stevia. Ah, you guys are breaking it up.
Individually wrapped.
Individually wrapped. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a healthy brownie. Vinny, are you watching this?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. This is a healthy brownie.
It's a healthy brownie.
Supposedly.
It is.
Okay. Keep going.
And baby food.
Baby food.
Yes, something with berry in it, like raspberry, blueberry, and apple.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's
Gonna eat it?
It
No, I'm
brings
gonna
out the
eat those.
chocolate taste. He's gonna eat those and water.
Today's your
Water.
cheat day then.
No, today is my treat day. So, courtesy,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Skinny Vinny, who sent his best friend Bricks. Vinny, I want to thank you so much for these delicious brownies with the peanut butter. It looks like it got cashews and peanuts on it.
Can I smell them?
From Vinny Del Monte to Bricks, I thank you so much for that, Vinny. Listen, man. Listen, you can listen. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you know what? After the show, Vinny, me and you, Pasta Fajoli, the Goombas, the sounds, don't worry about it. All right, I got you. First round's on Bricks, and we spending some of Brian's money.
You're sharing that,
right? Okay. No. Okay. We're having a lot of fun right at the body shop, and ladies and gentlemen, please understand that this is what it's really all about. Okay, it is putting a personality to the picture that you may see. Okay, you may go on Vinny's website and see his picture and be like, okay, I wonder what this guy is truly like. You know what I mean? You may visit Tawny on Facebook and see the video that her friend, I believe is Gianni?
John,
I apologize.
John Palazzo. Yeah.
That John
awesome.
has done and edited for her. And you may see a woman working out this hard and be like, she's probably stuck up. You know what? I don't want to talk to her. No.
I'm not.
But when you tune into the Body Shop right here on FTNS Radio, you get to see and hear Tawny. You get Vinny calling in, sending his boy some brownies, which I appreciate, and we're just putting a personality to the picture. So I want to thank you both for coming in. No. I said the brownies.
I
got a lot of brownies. I got a healthy brownie.
And treat day brownies.
And I got a treat day brownie. And at the end of the day, I'm not competing, so it's all mine. Okay? It's all mine. Super producer Ramal, of course. As long as I get to ride in the Audi. All right?
Audi.
Okay, now, Vinny. Coming back after being away for so long, okay? Now, I know that you've been, keeping a watch of what's going on within the fitness industry. And what I want to know is this. Who do you have your eye on?
Oh, Greg Plitt.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Who? In terms of what? Like physique?
Physique-wise, competition-wise, who do you want to meet and who do you want to beat?
Who do I want to beat?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Artists? You want to beat artists?
Yeah, I definitely want to beat artists. Yeah. I'm a competitor. We're all competitors. So I mean, at the end of the day, win or lose, we'll always remain friends. But yeah, there's definitely. That's what keeps. That's what this is all about. We want to beat each other, and we want to. It's all about. We want that recognition and that satisfaction, and that fulfillment that lasts for such a short time. But you know how it is. I mean, but I'm just trying to. I just honestly want to, do better than my last show, and hopefully that's good enough to, get some recognition. And, for me, I've got a bigger picture perspective, too. The fact is that all these pictures can be used for, for my online fitness business and
Definitely.
stuff. And, a big thing with this, I just want to let the listeners know what I do with these shows is, I've turned my entire preparation for the show into a product. I've got 3 big photo shoots planned the day after the show, so I'm going to be using a lot of the pictures for future products. I'm going to be bringing a camera crew. Brian's been nice to let me bring a camera guy down to film a lot of footage there, to create videos for people to learn. We're going to give free content away. And a big thing a lot of people don't know is that this is the year that I'm working on a hard copy book deal. So I've requested to be the model for the shot list for all the exercises that will appear in the book. And I needed a very, very motivating deadline to get into my best shape. So as you guys can see, when I do something, I have an online TV show called Live Large, and, I try on the face of that message. So, I've got a lot at stake on April 16th, and that's kind of how I get things done. I put things at stake and make the reward, the risk is big, but the reward is even greater. So.
I like that. I do like that. Sounds good.
One of the things I want to bring up, too, is just, when I was looking to bring in a special guest for the show, one of the people that I had asked, was a group of different guys that I know in the industry. Vinny was one of them. I'm like, hey, what do you think about, bringing in, I said Jillian Michaels at the time, I was big on that. And, you're pretty excited about Tony Horton.
I am excited about Tony Horton. I read his book, and he's a fascinating guy. I mean, he used to be a comedian. The guy does, he can do like 80 dips, 120 push-ups. He's got some incredible feats of strength. He's an extreme downhill skier. He does those crazy gymnastic workouts on Sunday morning, and he's 48. The guy looks phenomenal. So, yeah, I kind of got a man crush on Tony Horton.
Wait. This is the body shop, not the hookup shop, all right? We don't do that here.
His wife's not sitting next to him anymore.
No, not no more. I know she's not there now.
I got to tell Brian, tip my hat to Brian for pulling that off, because, I mean, I think that's, people really want to, a lot of people, there's not a lot of people like us, you're competing. We're in the minority. The fact of the matter is this: most people do not want a 6-pack or 8-pack. Most people just want a flat stomach. They'd be happy with that. And Tony Horton appeals more to the people that just want a flat stomach. And I think he's going to pull out a lot of people, inspire a lot of people, and he's living proof that age is just a number.
Definitely,
right.
Definitely.
He's 52 years old.
He's 52.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Wow.
52. He was born in Rhode Island, grew up in Trumbull, Connecticut, went to Trumbull High School, wanted to become an actor, moved out to California, was training at the World Gym out in Venice, where Arnold and Lou Ferrigno were training. And when he was going to all these auditions, they said, you need to put on more mass. You're too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
So he started lifting, and he got involved in cross-training. And he didn't want, be too bulky. He just wanted that athletic look. He wanted to put on some size and stuff. And he met up with these guys who were from the infomercial business. And that Gunther Ranker.
Oh, yeah.
The guy had left there, and he
Wow.
created a company called Beachbody.
That's right.
And one of the first couple products that Tony put out was like the 10-minute trainer, which, have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I did. Of course.
Okay. Well, at least you heard of it.
Come on, man.
That's not,
Come on, man.
so he did the 10-minute trainer, and then he did another one. He did Power 90.
Power 90.
So these two programs were out, and they were kind of in the line of what the Beachbody people wanted. He had to hard pitch them and hard sell them on the fact that, listen, I want to do an extreme program, and I want to do it in a 90-day program, and I'm not an expert in all these fields, but I know people who are. I want to bring them in on it and create this program. He laid the whole thing out, and they went for it, and it's the most successful program that Beachbody offers.
Wow.
That is
There's
true.
multiple DVDs, correct? Isn't that the...
Beachbody, they have Insanity. They create a lot of things,
Right.
just like Vinny's doing. I mean,
Beachbody is the biggest fitness company in the world. I mean, I actually personally know their numbers, and they would blow
Wow.
you away.
Yeah.
I mean, love or hate their methods of marketing, they're doing a really good job at it, and they know what they're doing. And
Absolutely.
I mean, they haven't figured out the online stuff, but they figured out the infomercial stuff. If they figured out the online stuff, they would. Anyways, the bottom line is that one thing a lot of fitness professionals can learn from Tony is that he teaches with personality. He's, and a lot of fitness professionals, I hate to say it, but are just so boring. And, we want to be inspired. So I'm a big believer in infotainment. So, sharing my information with entertainment at the same time. So Tony's excellent at that.
I'm looking
Tickets
forward
sold
to.
out quick, didn't it?
He had, we're actually, when you go into the dome of the theater, which used to be the old theater itself, is the dome area. So, it's really cool with overhead lighting, and I mentioned this before on the show. I envisioned what this could look like, and that's why I thought of, like, a Jillian Michaels or somebody coming in and doing an interactive workout. And
Great
I just
idea.
didn't have a way to get in touch with Tony until finally he came out with a website, and I was able to go through there and get a hold of somebody.
Wow.
And because of all that experience from this year and really trying for Jillian Michaels, I already knew what to go for, so I understood contracts and understood things, and everything fell together in the last minute. And it's been great, he created that video to put out on his Facebook page, and
Yeah, I saw it. Awesome.
It's really coming together. It's going to look fantastic because there's 2 events going on at once. So there's 300 people going to do the P90X workout out in that dome at one
It's
time.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's
amazing. It's just really proof of what you can do by creating a fan base, and this is what we're talking about in this conversation. Same thing, just on a massive level, and it's just very exciting because that should be the goal for a lot of contestants in the show. I mean, you win the trophies, you go for them, but at the same time, everything you do could mean that you're still a winner because you're going to create this content of your pictures. There's always, even when I first competed, it was one of the discouraging things. People ask you how you did. You say, well, I got third. Oh, you do better next time. Better next time. Next time. Oh, it's like, okay, yeah, but if you just show somebody a before and after picture, they're like, whoa.
Exactly.
All right. They get it.
See, but for me, I feel like I've already won because
I like that.
I transformed my body in seriously, when I started working with Jason Groves. I can't even explain it. It's like in a week's time, I already saw a difference. And from then till now, I mean, I'm sure that Brian probably notices when I first started going to the workshops. Yeah, I was fit, but I feel I have more of what I wanted. So, I'm
what do we tell
thrilled.
people all the time at the show?
Your body is your trophy.
Yeah.
Your body is your trophy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It really does become, Tanya was saying too earlier, the networking too, just from a connection standpoint. I mean, the guys that I've met from the shows, I mean, what's great about everybody is everybody's open. Nobody's secretive,
Right.
It's everyone's really friendly backstage. Everybody's telling each other what they're doing, and it's really, really powerful because, I believe in something called the average of 5, and I believe that you are the average of the top 5 people you hang around the most. So if your top 5 friends all have 6-packs, there's a pretty good chance that you probably have a 6-pack too, and that goes in for all areas of life. So, you get to, all these guys, all these top pro fitness models will be competing against each other in August. And, this weekend, they're all buddies on Facebook. They all have each other's cell phones. They're all shooting videos together. They're all going to create products together in the future. And you learn you really, really become a strong team that inspires each other, motivates each other, and you kind of gap everybody else, and they can't keep up. So, I'm looking forward to meeting some of the other competitors, and, ultimately all athletes know that your competitors really just bring the best out of you. So, it's really a great environment to be in because the only person that improves is you. And what else can you ask for,
Definitely. Firm believer in that. Okay. Let me get a couple of quick rapid-fire questions. I'm gonna ping-pong this whole thing back and forth, okay? So, yeah. So feel free to answer at any given time. Cool?
All right,
cool.
Ping pong.
Yeah,
let's go.
Now, the reason that I do ask this, and ladies and gentlemen, yes, Vinny is calling in, so there may be a slight 1 or 2 second delay. So, if you hear me say, "Vinny, are you with me?" I'm not trying to be funny. I just want to make sure that Vinny decided not to hang up on Brian again.
Or he's having a brownie.
Yeah, or he's having one of the brownies that he sent me. Really appreciate that, Vinny. Really appreciate that. Okay, now, Tawny.
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Okay. Blonde or brunette?
Brunette.
Okay. Vinny.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Okay, you ready? Free weights or machines?
Free weights.
Cardio or boot camp style training?
Cardio.
Here we go. Photo shoots or video modeling?
Video. I don't even know what that video model is.
Okay, wait. See, there y'all go. Okay, once again, I come from a different era. Video modeling, okay? What that is these are the guys that actually get in shape, okay?
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are used in a lot of the love song videos, all right? They're the ones that take their shirts off. Listen, we got other audience besides bodybuilders and fitness athletes, okay? And so my friends, they want to know. No, not infomercial.
Only he would know what video modeling is.
Because I've done it. Now listen, Vinny has already done the infomercial thing, all right? We ain't going there right now. See everybody try to jump on your boy, Vinny? You see that? You got my back?
So what's he going to be in the next?
I would have answered a lot quicker.
Is he going to be in the next Rihanna video or something? Is that what you mean? Video
she don't
modeling?
like Italian, she told me. You know what I mean? She wants the power lifters. That's just what Rihanna told me. Vinny, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well.
right, now, Vinny, real quickly, is there anyone out there that you would like to thank?
I got to thank my wife for sure, because she's teamed up with me, and she got ready for a photo shoot, so she's been dialing it in as well, and she's been on her own really strict diet. So, being in Florida, Tampa's got a lot of great restaurants, so, having somebody support you in the diet, I can't, any athlete who's ever competed knows what that's all about.
Definitely. Okay, and what about the coach that you have working with you now?
Absolutely. I gotta thank Ben for sure, and I've got we could do a couple pages worth of people, all the trainers at the gym, all my, everybody. Brian's been super great. I got to thank Brian too. I actually got to say, Brian really, man, he pushed me into doing this show because I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted to compete this year, but I got to say thank you, Brian, because you stayed on top of me and just you were relentless in your pursuit of get me to compete, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be ready for April. I always have to give myself a lot of time, and so I got to thank you for April 16th. I'm usually not in shape until June or July, and 4 months into the year, I'm in my great shape. So it's going to be a great year. So thanks, Brian.
Do like that.
Thank you.
Okay, now Vinny. While you're one time for Brian. One time for Brian.
I convinced you to compete too.
Yeah. You actually did convince me to compete. Okay, now Vinny, when you're training, and you've been training for a long time, you've been in this industry for a long time, okay, what I'm sure our listeners at the Body Shop want to know, and the new fans that you will be acquiring from doing this radio show, is this: do you still have that love and that passion for it, or is it more so just like, okay, you know what, I'm doing this in hopes of getting to this next level?
I absolutely love it, and people, it's kind of like a relationship. If you're not in love with it, then people are like, how do you do it? I'm like, because I'm in love with it. It's
right.
You truly need to be in love with it like it's a relationship, and if you are, then it comes, almost naturally by default. So if you don't love it, you have to figure out how to love it. That's all I can tell you. So figure out how to love it, and the rest happens by default.
Okay. Tony, same question.
Yeah.
Do you still love it?
I still love it. Even the whole changing of the diet. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, do you enjoy it? I absolutely enjoy it.
Right.
I love my asparagus. I love my sweet potato. I do. I love it.
Okay.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. All right. Here's what I want. You name me a couple of diet staples that you need, and I'm going to tell you what I need.
What I need?
Yeah. Like, what do you need in your diet?
Oh, wow. Now or after the show?
Right now.
I'm pretty content. I'm having my vegetables and my.
What kind of vegetables?
I'm having romaine.
Romaine lettuce.
Romaine lettuce.
Okay, that sounds like French fries. Keep going. No. Go ahead.
Asparagus.
Ribs. I'm playing word association.
Broccoli.
Broccoli, fried chicken. Keep going.
No.
This is what he hears. This is what I hear in his head.
Rice cakes?
Rice cakes?
Yes.
What? Rice Krispie treats. Okay, Vinny.
That was too easy.
Vinny, same question, okay? You tell me, what's a staple in your diet?
Right now, hot sauce. I couldn't get to the show without hot sauce.
Yes, sir. See, I knew I liked Vinny. He likes hot sauce. What else, Vinny?
Oh, man, like Tanya was saying, it's like you want the sugars out of your system. You don't crave it as badly anymore. Oh, man, I can't even. It's as embarrassing to tell you what gets me through the day.
No, tell me, and tell the 125,000 listeners that have joined on and is listening to Vinny Del Monte right now. I have 125,000 listeners that want to know, what is it that you have? Tell me.
I enjoy eating my quinoa, tilapia, and my broccoli. It's really disturbing to hear me say that.
Quinoa, tilapia.
I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that properly.
Quinoa.
Yeah,
Okay, quinoa.
Quinoa.
Okay, so we got quinoa, we got tilapia, And we got broccoli, correct?
It's really, I probably just disgraced my entire Italian culture.
Okay, so let me tell you what I heard. I heard sirloin. Okay. I heard mashed potatoes
With gravy?
with extra gravy, meat sauce gravy, and then I heard German chocolate fudge cake with the extra icing on it. That is what I heard.
I used to like you.
With Kool-Aid.
With
And it's better
Kool-Aid.
be red Kool-Aid. Now, Vinny, you're Italian, so I know you know about the red Kool-Aid. Come on, talk to me, Vinny.
Oh yeah, we drink a lot of red wine.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
When you cut out the sugar
Uh-huh.
and you don't have sugar at all,
Right.
and then, okay, I'll be honest, I had a couple Swedish fish.
There you go. See, don't you dare come on the show
Yes.
and tell me you don't do
I'm
that.
sorry. But it tasted really, really sweet. Like,
Well,
extremely sweet.
you're supposed
Almost
to.
where you're just like, no, but really, like sweeter than I remember.
Okay.
You didn't hear that, Brian. You didn't hear that.
I don't know about that first place.
Wow. Wow. You know what? We don't play politics on this show. So, Vinny, you there with me?
Oh yeah, I'm with you, man.
There we go. There we go. Okay. Show's coming up. What we got? 9 days?
9 days.
9 days from now.
9 days.
Okay. You're standing on stage. You've done all your preparation. Okay?
Yep.
Trophies in your hand. You get a chance to win. I might give you the mic. What would you say?
I tell people to live large.
Live large.
Tell them to live large inside and outside of the gym. And I would say get outside of your comfort zone.
Definitely that.
To live inside your comfort zone.
Okay. Now, Vinny, how can somebody get in touch with you?
I would go to, you know what people should do right now is they should start watching Live Large TV every Monday night, 7 p.m. It's on YouTube. Just Google search Live Large TV, and there's links on that page that will redirect you back to my website where I give away a whole bunch of free gifts. That's the best. The best way to get in contact with me is to join my free newsletter. I give you a bunch of free stuff.
We like free stuff.
And you can stay in touch with what I'm doing through my free newsletter, and that's through VinceDelmonteFitness.com.
There you go. There you go. And now you're also on Facebook, correct?
Yep, I'm on Facebook. Yeah, I got a fan page and I got all that stuff going. But you know, if you really want to get to know me, you're talking about personality earlier.
Yes.
YouTube's the best place. I got over 300 videos there. You know, I don't hide. I think that's one thing I never wanted to do. I don't hide. I'm very real. You'll see me at 230. You'll see me lean. You'll see me at all shapes and sizes over the last couple of years.
Right.
And Live Large TV has really been really rewarding because I've been able to help guys live large outside of the gym as well, and really having a lot of fun with that. So tune into Live Large TV. It's a free show and pure content. I don't sell anything on that show. It's just pure content. Do this, do that, and I think people enjoy that. Thanks for letting me mention that, by the way.
Oh, anytime. Anytime you want to plug something, you know, you just call up to the body shop, promise to do my show, and you can plug away, all right?
Absolutely, man. This show's awesome. As you know, I plugged it on my Facebook page and my my personal page, and I'm going to be emailing my 120,000 newsletter readers.
There you go.
As I get the link to the replay of this call. So
actually, you're on live.
I actually told them, and I want to make sure people hear the replay too.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Now, is there any parting words that you want to leave with your fans and your future fans?
Yeah, I mean, just keep living large, you know. Live large, get outside of your comfort zone, and, you know, set some big goals, you know, in all areas of your life. And I think the one thing I'll say I'll give everybody something concrete. Set a deadline. Mm-hmm. I always say this, goals without deadlines are dreams.
Nice.
So put a deadline on your goals, and magical things will start to happen when you're working against the clock.
I like that.
That's my number one secret to everything I've done successfully in my life, a deadline.
I like that. Okay, Tawny.
Yes.
Who would you like to thank?
Wow, I have so many people to thank. I can't.
Go on and get it out. Go on and get it out.
Get it out. Well, I want to thank my family, my mom and my sister. They've been awesome with not pushing brownies on me and stuff, you know. They've been amazing. All my friends, everyone on Facebook, everyone who did the video, which I still watch it repeatedly because I think it's amazing.
Okay.
Just everyone on the networks, everyone who gives me support, it's just been amazing. And I want to thank Jason Groves, my new little coach.
Definitely that.
Well, he's a big coach, but he's been amazing, and I've seen a difference since I started working with him. So I want to thank him for that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you've done all you can do. April 16th is right there. Okay. First place trophy gets passed out to you. I announce your name as the winner. Okay. What parting words would you want to leave your fans and your future fans with?
Wow. Well, thank you, first of all, you know, for all the encouragement. You know, I mean, I get encouragement every single day, and it's just amazing, you know, and, you know, like I post my workouts a lot, and it's just amazing, you know, so just thank you for everything and for sticking by me and encouraging me.
Okay, very good. Now, B.
Yep.
Super promoter B. No, okay. Seriously, though. Okay. So we have Vinny on the line.
Yep.
Vinny is very grateful for the motivation that you've given him, as well as the inspiration to get back, not just into competing, but get back into better shape. The reason I say better shape is he touched on the fact that he normally doesn't get into shape until about June, July. So here it is, April. So you got Vinny is very thankful for what you've done, what you do. Ms. Tawny Correa is also, you know, very appreciative of everything that you've done, and as well as the motivation. How does that make you feel as a promoter? And the reason I'm asking this is, as a promoter, okay, a lot of times you guys go unnoticed. You guys go unthanked. A lot of people really don't care what you guys do. They just want their trophy. So to hear two superb athletes, thank you, how does that make you feel?
Very appreciative, because a lot of people just think that I do this just as a business.
Right.
And, you know me very well. And you know the struggles I go through to put this on and to make events like this happen. You know that there's very little monetary gain on my part.
Yes.
To spend as much money and time to do what I do. Some people don't really understand that until they get involved in trying to promote one of these events, and they realize how hard it is.
Right.
Everybody's against you when you're doing something like this. The health clubs don't support it. You have a lot of different federations out there, a lot of different shows that do go on. To do something at this level, it takes a lot of support.
Right.
It does take a lot of people that really can appreciate what you're doing. There's a lot of people, and there's people that tell us all the time, it doesn't matter about the lights, doesn't matter about the stage. It only matters, that somebody wins, and that's all they care about.
Right.
You hear a lot of negative things, and it's very hard, so it's really nice when people do, appreciate
Definitely
the amount of effort that goes in.
Right.
We've talked about it all year. You and I just going to these WBFF shows and seeing the amount of money that goes in to take and run them in this caliber.
Right.
It's been very good. It's hopefully, I'm very relaxed going into the show. I mean, I don't believe it's, it's hard to believe it's next week, but
yeah,
I'm gonna faint.
yeah, it's just crazy that it just came up
Yeah.
so fast. It's like we've worked so hard this
definitely.
year.
I believe this one has definitely been, one of the most challenging shows to actually put on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's been more like a labor of love. You've set a goal where you was like, I want a guest trainer to come in, and the first one, which I'm going on record, I was against.
I think we got the right person.
I
We
definitely believe that we got
the right person.
Yes, definitely that. Vinny, are you still there with me, man?
I'm here, man. I'm taking every word, man.
All right, that's good. That's good. I just want to make sure that you didn't, hang up on us again.
The show's going to be great. There is one other thing. I was looking at my phone here because there's just...
One down, eh?
Nah, never.
we're definitely stepping it up.
Definitely.
Oakdale Theater is gorgeous. When people walk in these doors and they see what it's all like, just walking in the front door, it's just going to be amazing.
Right.
To see the backstage, to see how large the areas are to get ready, to see how large the stage is. It's 60 feet wide.
Definitely.
Wow.
It's like 60 feet deep, and the whole package of lighting that we're doing, just just like the WBFF Worlds,
Right.
with so many moving headlights, the haze, the LEDs, just people will be treated like rock stars. Absolutely, all the way through, from the registration at the hotel and the goodie bags again, which I didn't even put up all the pictures of the product in the goodie bags like I did last year,
Right.
because
Goodie
I wasn't really focused on that,
No.
But bringing in Jason Ellis and G.W. Burns and Imiraj and all the photographers working backstage that are published and credible, that can really help get people the exposure they want. And then drawing in a mainstream audience with there's an extra 1,000 people going to be in this, in the audience in the dome, just walking through because Tony Horton, the Zumba workout, and all the 25 vendors that are going to be set up in the lobby. FTNS radio will be set up
FTNS radio,
there.
that's right. Make sure you make sure for everyone that's listening. Not only will FTNS radio be there, but we're going to be doing live interviews. We're going to be doing a live webcast from there. So
Nice.
sign up, make sure you're there, say hello to your friends, your family. Definitely for all the competitors. Now, this is something I always tell you guys backstage, and I want to say it on the air. Okay? At the end of the day, Vinny, I know you're listening. Tony, I know you're listening, but I want this to reach out to everyone, okay? And as sappy as it may sound, I truly don't care. This comes from my heart. Is this, okay? All of the hard work is done. The diet is over with, okay? Contest prep, you should have been practicing. But at the end of the day, when you step on that stage, please, please remember, it is no longer about you. It is about you putting on the best show for the people that are coming there to see you.
I agree.
Okay, and that's something that I truly want you guys to understand. Your body is your trophy, and Vinny touched on this just a little earlier, and he kind of made a joke about it. But you know what? At the end of the day, you're not going to have this body forever, and it can be taken away from you. I'm living proof of that. I competed. I broke the femur. That was it. No more bodybuilding. No big deal. I went over to the strongman side of things. I love it.
It's not about you.
But no. It's not about me. What I'm saying is that at the end of the
It's
day,
about your brownies.
yes, y'all know I love my brownies here. But in all seriousness, is that it can be taken away from you. So live for the moment, okay? Don't think you're bigger than the sport. Don't think you're bigger than the show.
One of the things that we're doing is, I was working with a health club that one of the people that was involved in this health club also deals in equipment sales, and he wanted to put up a treadmill and raffle it off for $10. Now, it's a beautiful Life Fitness, top-of-the-line treadmill. You cannot buy a better treadmill than a Life Fitness 95 Ti. It's a gorgeous treadmill. It's in all the clubs. You can't buy it in just a store.
Right.
He was tossing around the idea, and he almost backed out of it. I said, so I went to him and I said, you know what? You can't back out of this.
Right.
I'm going to buy the treadmill, and then we're going to sell the raffle tickets and give 100% of the proceeds towards breast cancer.
Did you guys hear that?
Amazing. Yeah.
Did you guys hear that? See, it is not about. That's it. You know what? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get a one time for B. Let's get a one time for B.
I love that because I walk for breast cancer.
That's right.
So
That's
I
right.
love that.
Yeah. Okay, Vinny.
Yes, sir.
Why was it, and what was it, that made you decide that, you know what, if I'm going to compete again, I need to be on the Fitness Atlantic stage?
I'll be honest, Brian. I'm not kidding you, Brian. I got to know Brian through the internet a little while back, and we just he was really, really supportive of one of my good friends, Artu Shakur, who did really well on a show recently, and he just kept tugging at me, saying, he really believes in what he's doing, and he really got me excited about his show. He's a true promoter, and he's telling me all about all the extra things he was doing, and I just thought it'd be a great show to get involved in, and it was good timing because it's early on in the year. Like I said, I'm married. My wife has never seen me compete, so I thought, let's get on stage, and again, these opportunities, you can't take them for granted. You never know. So I wanted to seize the day, seize the moment, and I'm just excited for the time of the year and for the show Brian's going to put on, and now obviously they're doing the pro status for the winners, and that'd be also a huge incentive if that happens as well. So a lot of good reasons.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Tawny, same question. Why was it so important, or what was it about the Fitness Atlantic that made you say, you know what, this has to be my first show? Because you're coming into this as a rookie,
Yeah.
okay, a little wet behind the ears.
Yeah.
Some people look at the show and they say that show's too big. You know, I get surprised.
Absolutely.
I'm like, if you're going to put this much time in.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I don't know if you remember a while back, I would ask Brian like 105 questions, and he would answer 106. He was amazing. I would say, oh, you know, where do I get my bikini, and what do I do, and you were absolutely amazing, and you were actually one of the reasons why I said, you know what, I'm going to go with the Fitness Atlantic. Yeah.
And if I could just something to that too, I was really impressed by that too, because you don't think you can even get in contact with an event promoter.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You just said that, Tony. I got the same treatment. I was thinking to myself, because I sent Brian texts and emails, and he sends me like 5-page responses.
Yeah.
And I save them all in a folder, and I'm like, wow, this is the kind of this is good. This is how you run a show. If you've got athletes, they're paying money, they're flying in, they're staying in a hotel, they're putting their trust in you, they're preparing, they're revolving, 3-4 months of their year around your event, and you would think that's the kind of, experience you get, and Brian over-delivered in that department. Mm-hmm. So it was nice to know I could just shoot him a quick question on, hey, anything, little things, this is,
right.
You don't want to get up on stage and, screw up one little detail that could have been figured out on an email months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do. Because the goal for me is not to be like a guy that's making money off entry fees and stuff. My goal is really to help everybody get what they are looking to accomplish out of it, and especially more so, and try to educate people. It's not just about the trophies. It's the experience that
absolutely.
you're going to have,
Mm-hmm.
and then, of course, I just want to sell tickets. So that's straightforward. Here, I'm going to put out my goals.
There you go. That's what we want. I want goals.
Just like Vinny, put out on the table. I want to sell tickets. Okay.
Yeah.
Vinny, do you see the trend you just started, man?
And I want more.
Asking you receive.
That's exactly what it is. Asking you shall receive. Absolutely.
Armal wants more listeners to FTNS.
Oh, is that what you want?
Have enough.
You don't have 125,000. That's not enough. Our servers can't handle the overload, man.
Someone's
I
greedy.
got Vinny, I got Tony, I got B. They got Bricks. They can't handle all this. We got super producer Amal. Yeah, he did. He definitely oversold the show. Oh man, it's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You like the Vince McMahon of bodybuilding. You know that?
It's yeah.
All right, B, real quickly, man, what would you like the fans of the Body Shop, the fans of FTNS Radio, more importantly, the athletes of FitnessAtlantic.com, what would you like them to know? Speaking from your heart.
I think we talked about it a little bit, just didn't mention it here, but I want them to have the best experience they could possibly have from the show.
Right.
I want them to walk away and every single one of them think, you know what, there's never going to be a better show than that. He just blew all the doors off everything, and there's no way it could be better than that. And a lot of it is from when I remember, it's a different experience, but, when I was in 3rd grade, I went to see a Kiss concert. And, yeah. Okay, but for me, as somebody who was like 8 years old and in 3rd grade and going to see Kiss, it was like the Dynasty tour. I mean, they just gave you everything you could possibly want when you like their music and you're kind of into that. You know what I mean? And that's the type of experience that I want people to have, because I remember that day. You know what I mean? It's like how many things you remember when you're in 3rd grade.
Definitely.
But it's like I just want it to be. And then my first, competing and stuff was always the same. But I always felt like it's not really at that kind of level, you know, where it's like that. So I just want people that in the audience really too, not just the competitors, but I want the audience to be like, and you know how we script it, and from the backstage, the stuff that I do.
That's right.
Right down to the second, it's like we're gonna close the curtain's gonna open. There's gonna be ambient music. I'm gonna know what that ambient music is playing. I know on the 30-second spot when that curtain opens, that this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen.
That's right.
Everybody backstage is on point, and it's like a stopwatch when that show starts.
And
we're just looking to put on a performance.
That's
and just give them a best time they could possibly have, because these shows are not always like that, and I want people to have that experience when they walk away, a competitor or a spectator, to be like,
wow,
yeah, that was the best one ever.
Right.
See, I want to be in the audience too.
No, you don't want to be in the audience. No,
you're the star. You're the star.
You want to be on stage. You want to be on stage. You want to hear that voice come through the microphone and say your name like you're in an MMA event. That's what you want. Vinny, you want to be on stage, Vinny. You don't want to be in the audience for this. You know what I mean? You guys are going to have the best time of your lives on that stage. Speaking of that stage, though, does anybody get stage fright?
No.
No? Vinny?
Well, we'll find out.
You just go do your thing. You're there. They want a show, so you got to put on a show.
Okay.
You got to get out of your comfort zone, right?
Hey. Okay. So
it's really just having a good time. I learned that from one of the world champion WBF guys, and he said, "I just want to go out on stage and have a great time." And I think if that comes through with a great physique, that's you should do pretty well, I guess. So I'm just coming to have a good time.
Okay. You know what? You've mentioned the WBFF guy that's, pretty much helped you, gave you some advice. Go on out there and say his name, because you know why? He's listening to the Body Shop, and he's probably saying there like, you know what? I'm going to kill Vinny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the joke, we all kid around, it's dog eat dog, we all want to rip each other's limbs off.
Right.
But at the end, we're just, it's all just friendly, it's all fun,
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? This is our world, right? This is our subculture. So we got to have fun with it too, right?
Definitely.
So just like any, we're living it up, right, to the max, and even with all the little side banner, it's all just for good fun and keep each other on edge,
Okay.
But at the end of the day, we're all backstage, high-fiving each other, taking pics with each other, exchanging cell phone numbers, and talking about where to eat after the show,
And speaking of where we're going to go eat, because you mentioned Pasta Fazul, so I want to know where's me and Vinny going to go eat?
Hey, I want you to figure that out. I want the best Italian restaurant in town.
He needs to go downtown New Haven, Worcester Street.
Yeah,
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Am
where
I
we're going.
invited?
Yeah,
Of course you're invited.
I want penny vodka.
As long as you bring the FTNS doll for a super producer or a mile, okay? That's the only way you're coming.
Only way you're coming back. Only way. Brownies won't get you in next time.
Oh, man, we had way too much fun on this radio show. I promise you this. I promise you this right here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So,
Wow.
are we getting our dolls?
Yes. I have to make them, though. They take a lot of hours.
So does working out. You can make time to work out. You can make time to make a doll.
Yeah, but then you have to bake it.
Uh-huh.
You have to,
You got to do all that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then just bring in the heads. We'll spell out FTNS on the,
On the
the tables. Yes. Absolutely. Okay, Vinny.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Tell us about what's a typical workday split for you, like as far as body part training and stuff like that.
Sure. So 6 days a week I do cardio early morning. I alternate one day between 60 minutes of 30 minutes steady, and 30 minutes of intervals and 30 minutes steady. And then on the odd day, it's 40 minutes outside. I got this pretty intense workout where I sprint for 30 seconds, and I do lunges for 20 seconds and walk for 20 seconds. I do that for 40 minutes straight outside. So one day is fully off, and then my weights are set up Monday. It's back and hams. Back, hams, calves, day 2. I hit shoulders and tries. Wednesdays, legs. Thursdays off. Fridays, back again and hams. Back and hams are my weak body parts. And then Saturday is chest and buys, and then Sunday's completely off. So that's been the exact same program since day 1, January 1st. So
wow.
Durable rep ranges, and it's just, again, using that stimulate, not annihilate principle on the body parts, and variable rep ranges. Every body part's different depending on, different body parts are made up of different muscle fibers, so the rep ranges fluctuate depending on what body part it is.
Okay. Now, are you currently using any type of supplements?
Yes, I have like about a 2-page list of. It's very, very long. That was one thing that was really new for me. A lot of stuff I haven't taken, just like vitamins, minerals, things just to stay healthy. A lot of joint products, greens products. A lot of stuff people have heard of, but a lot of things to make sure the body is functioning properly from the inside out.
Right.
If your cells aren't functioning properly, you can't absorb your protein. So a lot of things to improve, like probiotics, things to improve digestion, absorption. It's basically everything to ensure the body's working properly. Because when you're on low calories, you're only taking in. You need to make sure your body's absorbing and digesting everything you're putting in. So that's where the supplements come into play.
Definitely. Okay, Tony.
Yeah. Workout. Monday legs.
Okay.
Tuesday cardio, 30 minutes. Calves and abs.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday shoulders. That's in the morning.
Okay.
And in the evening arms. So bis and tris. Thursday cardio again, but I do like a high-intensity interval training,
right.
20 minutes. Before that, I do calves and abs. Friday, I have off.
Okay.
And Saturday, chesticles.
Oh, boy. Remember that? Oh, boy.
You were waiting for that.
I finally stopped saying that in the gym, and here we go.
That's chesticles in the morning.
Yeah, okay.
Back in the evening. And then Sunday I do cardio, 30 minutes, calves and abs again.
Okay. And what about supplementation?
Supplements. I'm doing L-carnitine, chromium picolinate.
Okay.
I know I wrote it down. I'm doing my multivitamin.
Obviously.
Doing a gallon of water per day.
Right.
For my little body. And Isopure. I'm taking Isopure also.
Okay. Now, with you working out as hard as you do, using weights, taking supplements, what advice would you give to a female who, says, I want to get into it, but I don't want to lift weights, I don't want to look like a guy?
You won't look like a guy. You can lift as hard as you want. You will not look like a guy. No, it won't happen. No.
Because that is the stigma that is out there. Females really believe that if I lift weights, it'll be taken to the extreme of and I'm going to wind up looking like, the pro IFBB female bodybuilders who wind up looking like Brian, I'm just kidding, B. I love you, man. There you go. Front double bicep, baby. Front double bicep. Okay, Vinny.
Yo.
Guy comes to you, right? I'm saying, that's the Italian greeting right there. I said, yo, Vinny. You go, yo, what's up? Forget about it. Okay. Now, Vinny, a guy comes to you, okay? He's like, hey, listen, I'm interested in getting in shape. I want to work out, but I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. What advice do you give him?
What do I say to him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. That's like saying, I want a job, but I don't want to turn into a millionaire tomorrow.
Wow.
I want to learn how to play golf, but I'm afraid to turn pro and become Tiger Woods. I don't know where that thinking comes from, but, it's silly. Some people say certain things out of fear that, they don't want, they're afraid that they might fail, so they kind of come out there and put it out there that say they don't want to set their standards or set their, they don't want to set their goals too high, so it's kind of like a default so that they, in case they do fail, at least they didn't set themselves up for it, so it's a whole other call.
So do you think it's more so fair, or is it just the I don't want to work hard principle?
I think a lot of people it's kind of like a safety net. So by saying I don't want to look like this or I don't want to achieve that, then when they don't achieve it, it's kind of like, well, look, I didn't put myself. I didn't say I was going to do something, and people don't want to sell when they don't come through. People, all you have in life is your word. That's what I figured out a long time ago. Your word is your bond. So if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, you not only you don't let everybody else down, but you let yourself down.
Right.
And people can't take you seriously. So I think people are afraid to
put themselves out there and say, I'm going to do this by this date, because everybody's eyes fall on them. And when someone comes to me and says, I want this, but I don't want that, it's like, well, what do you want? You know, until you figure out what you want, then, you know, you've got no destination. You got no place to go to. So all the successful people, you know, the reason all the athletes are going to do so well in a few weeks is because they've got a specific date they need to get ready for, and they know exactly how they want to look. And, you know, you're not shooting for a moving target. You've got a target that's set, and you're going in one direction, and how you achieve your goals.
Right. Now, it definitely sounds like you and Tony have a lot in common. And what I mean by that is, you know, Brian spoke to you, set the date for you. Hey, Vinny, you're going to compete. Tony, same thing. You know, you sent in your entry forms all the way back in January, and then got overwhelmed and realized that as all eyes are on you, you wanted to back out. You know, your family and friends, they supported you, kept you in it.
Did.
You know, Vinny, you have a great support system. You know, I want to wish you guys both the best of luck.
Thank you.
You know, April 16, 2011. You know, 9 days away. I don't want y'all to get nervous. You know, I don't want y'all to walk into the Oakdale Theater. I don't want y'all to see Tony Horton. You know, then all of a sudden everybody starts shaking. Got to run to the bathroom. I don't want y'all to see Brian Cannone there in his suit, and then, you know, you guys are like, oh my God, I can't go talk to him. You know, I don't want that. I want everybody to be comfortable. I want to wish you guys best.
Thank you.
Best wishes. And I want to thank you guys for Tony from driving all the way from Jersey, coming into the body shop. Vinny, thank you for calling into the body shop.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm getting comments on my Facebook page. People have been listening, and they said this has been a great call. So you guys keep it up there, too, because a lot of people are tuning in.
Nice. Yeah. We will do that. Say hi to your wife for us, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, always remember this. Success breeds envy. The best revenge you can have against a jealous person is to be successful. Keep God first and everything will be all right. This is Andre Brooks Sinclair, signing off for Brian Cannone, Vinny Del Monte, Tony Correa, super producer Ermal, saying, hey, we got to go, but I'll see you when I see you.
You are listening to FTNS, world's first fitness radio. Online at ftns.co.